back at some of the things I've said. I go, oh, I wish I would say that. So, seeing it from his eyes, you know, although some of the things he said is hurtful to me, if he was right, then that's the way it is, you know. And I'm not saying this to, you know, to cop out on anything, but when you grow, when this journey is over, you've got to say to yourself, did you learn anything, you know? Were you better for it or were you not? If you don't learn, then you never get better as a person. And I really wanted to be, better, you know? I wanted to be more knowledgeable. I wanted to, you know, be better than I was, you know? So all of my life, all I did was play guitar, listen to records, play guitar, write songs, play guitar. And whatever else came as being, you know, living and being, you know, a worldlier person, I wasn't there. That was not what I was at that time. So, you know, I say some of the things I said because I know he wrote a book, and I know he said these things. I'm like, God, you know. But was he right? Maybe he probably was, you know. And do I remember? No, I don't remember. But I know some of the things happened. Like somebody said to me, wasn't that Paul? You yelled at him. You know, they cut you off on a guitar solo, you know, and it's like, and I yelled, you know, well, I wanted to play. Let me play, you know. But I didn't see things the way I should have seen them, or what the way I could have seen them had it been later in my life. But so be it. We made great music, and I'm fucking proud of it, you know.
So what ultimately led? I mean, you had Creatures, Lick It Up, the great tours, and then after Lick It Up, things seemed to fall apart. What happened?
They didn't fall apart. They were stronger than ever. And the problem was really simple. I was writing a lot of songs, and I felt us growing so much as a band, and I wanted them to want me. And I know that they wanted, I know they wanted Eric, they loved Eric, but I didn't feel that they wanted me. And even after Lick It Up is, you know, the perception of it, you know, was a big album, and I still felt, no matter what I do, they're just not gonna want me in this band, you know? And there was a contract they wanted me to sign, but I was bringing, my take-home pay was $550 a week. So I never made any money being in the band.
Wait, so you were making $550 a week?
Take home pay.
Take home with Kiss during the Lick It Up tour, or the whole period?
From the beginning to the end, it was $550 a week. Pardon me? Well, that's what they paid me. I mean, that was my take home after taxes. And to be honest with you, I wanted so much. This was my dream to be in this band. This was, I didn't want anything as much as I wanted this. This was like, you know, maybe just a little bit so I can buy a house or something, you know. Maybe I could buy a nice car, you know, something. But there was just, you know, that wasn't gonna happen. And there was a contract that they wanted me to sign. It was an employment contract, and there was literally nothing in it for me. And I have to be honest, otherwise, you know, I'm here for nothing. If you don't hear it, because these are all the questions everybody has had, if I don't tell you the truth, or at least my truth, my version, which I've never really told anybody, but if I don't tell you, I mean, this is all bullshit, and I want you to know. Otherwise, it doesn't work. This is all for nothing for me. And I was making $550 a week. I had a family. I had twins that I didn't know I was going to have, and there was no money to take care of them, and there was no money to buy a home. We were living with relatives, and I was on call 24 hours a day, which was okay. It was all okay. But I couldn't move on. There was no future. There was a future being Vinnie Vincent of Kiss, and you know what that was. But financially, there was no future in it for me, and I didn't want to be a royalty member, although that would have been nice. But that's not what I asked for. I just asked for something that, you know, could take me out of living in an apartment or with my relatives, and maybe, you know, a nice car instead of driving around in like a, you know, a car the size of a can of tuna, you know, and you know, and while I'm on the road, I've got, you know, a family, and I got little children, and I'm on the road, and I'm saying to myself, yeah, but they're driving on the freeway with a car like this, and I got 2 infants, and what if something happens? These are not the things that I wanted to have on my mind. I wanted to know that they were well taken care of, and at least that some of my value, my worth to them would have been special to them, and said, look, we can afford to make this work for you, you know? And they just didn't. So at the end of Lick It Up tour, the pressure was so unbearable to sign this contract. And it was a contract that was all for us and none for Vinnie. And I said, I can't. Just please treat me better than this, and everything will be fine. It was nothing. I never saw any royalties during the time I was in the band. There was just a paycheck that I took home $550 a week. So after Lick It Up tour, you know, it was a success, and I'm thinking, we have a great band. This is a new chapter, you know. This is now, the makeup came off. You know, this was probably for Gene and Paul a really difficult time, because that, you know, the makeup was what the band was. To remove it, I think, was a bit of a relief. This is my opinion. This is a bit of a relief, but a bit of, you know, a bit of fear, trepidation, because you didn't know what was coming. But Lick It Up said, even with Vinnie, this worked, you know? So the songs are great, the reception was great, the tours were great, and at the end of the Lick It Up tour, I remember the last unfortunate thing that we said to each other was, everybody go, you know, we're gonna record a new record, come back in about 2 months with your new songs. Everybody said, well, see you then. We're all gonna record our new songs, demo them, bring them together, and see what we got for the new record.
Yeah. And what were those songs?
I recorded and demoed Boys Are Gonna Rock, Shoot You Full of Love, No Substitute, Animal, and Twisted. Those were the 5 songs that I wrote that I was gonna bring back, because in my mind, I mean, they were demoed, and I said, this is gonna be one hell of a Kiss record, and I think they're gonna love them, you know? So they asked me to come back, and I said, I will come back. I want to come back, but I've got to survive. I can't survive on this, you know? And I'm coming back with a great album. Can't we make this work? And unfortunately, the answer was no. So unless you sign the contract, then you can't come back. And I said, you know what? This is going to break my heart, and I can't come back. So then, about a month later, in May of '84, they sent me a letter saying, well, you're fired. So I guess it was redundant because, you know, whatever. But again, because I already said I wasn't coming back if you can't make this work. And that's what happened. And it broke my heart. But I had no money, nothing. And so the fear of, I just came all the way, all this way, all this way, all this pain, all this struggle, all this for nothing, you know? to do what? To end this and go home again and say what? I've got demos. Well, now what? Now I got demos. What the hell am I going to do with these? So I said, I'm going to continue them because I know they're great. And now remember, these are just on a drum machine with the song laid out. I'm playing guitars, playing bass, had to scratch vocals on them, and I'm thinking, I know these are great songs. The lyrics, I was really prolific, and I at that point, and I just, all the lyrics were written really quickly, you know, because it was in me. So I went home, went back to California, and I kept asking, does anybody know a great singer, you know, that would be great for this? No, you could try this guy, you could try this guy. After a while, I was just about to give up, and then somebody said, I know a singer that you're gonna love, and his name was Robert Fleischman. I said, really? So I go over Rob's house, and he plays me, you know, some of his stuff, and I said, wow, this guy can sing, shit. So I'm thinking, this would be great. This is just what I want for my record, you know. So I said, you wanna come down to the studio and sing? I got a bunch of songs. You wanna sing them? Yeah, okay, great. So Rob came down to the studio, and I pissed my pants. I said, oh, this is it. Yeah, you know. So I said, I knew at that point that the magic, you know, I captured the magic. And it was like my version of, you know, what Gene and Paul found with each other and Ace, what Jimmy Page found with Robert Plant, what John Lennon found with Paul McCartney, and I thought, this is my time, you know, to make that. So I finished the demos, and we finished Boys Are Gonna Rock, Shoot You Full of Love, and No Substitute. And found someone that said to me, who used to be a part of the KISS organization, that ended up managing me for a short time, said, I think Chrysalis Records is gonna love this. So took it to Chrysalis Records, and I'm still in California, he's in New York, and I never forget that phone call, which was, Vinny, these people are going crazy. Can you hear it? So he puts the phone like this, and I hear Boys Are Gonna Rock blaring in the recordings in the Chrysalis' office. And so he says, hold on a second, the head of Chrysalis wants to talk to you. And I'm thinking, shit, wow. You know, but this is after a year of taking it to different record companies, and they go, I think you got something, Vinny, keep working on it. So Chrysalis signed it, and I guess you guys know the rest.
Where do you find that strength? Yeah. Is Rob still here? Rob Fleischman?
Am I talking too much? Am I boring you? Are you sure? Because if I'm losing you, you got to tell me, shut up. You sure? Okay. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks, everybody.
I'm just curious. You're in the dream to be in KISS. Then
I'm
you're
sorry,
out.
what?
It was your dream to be in KISS.
It was my dream to be in KISS. It still is.
And then you're out of KISS.
You think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
You do. Would you go to a KISS show with Vinnie Vincent? Sure. KISS with Vinnie Vincent again? Never argue with the audience, right?
Exactly. Where do you find the strength? So you go from this band that you love to be in, you're out of the band. How do you find sort of that will and that strength to, like, all of a sudden do your own thing?
I've been dead many times, more times than I want to ever remember. And just when it's over, I think, you know, goodbye everybody, and then it's like some huge hand just picks me up, just like a little packet.